What's good, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day today. We're back at it with another video. So I will learn how to place this camera eventually, so you won't have to deal with the different spots, or like I said, I'm just going to get something that I can wear on my body, so we won't have to deal with this anymore. But eventually I'll get it right. So this client of mine, she prefers to use her own products, so I won't be showing you what products I'm using today. And she also just wanted a dusting and her floors done. She has me do different things every time I come. She doesn't necessarily always get a basic clean, so that's okay. Every client has a different need. Some people just need help with certain things, or some people are just more specific about certain areas of their house than other people are. So I'm about to show you the finishing product. Ta-da! Everything is so shiny. Like you will always hear me say, reflections. If you cannot see your reflection in any surface, whether it's the floor, the refrigerator, the countertop, the bathtub, the toilet, it doesn't matter. You should always be able to see a reflection. If you can't, it's not clean enough in my book. So I also sped this video up a little bit. I started dying laughing when I seen this. I don't know why. I guess my first time playing around with these videos. So I'm actually not going at this speed, which I'm sure you can put together. But again, we've already dusted and vacuumed this room. So now we're just going to mop away and start at those reflections, get everything nice and shiny. We're just gonna make our way around the room. So I like to mop in little crevices and corners that you necessarily have to stop in and take your time in first, and then I will do the rest of the floor area. So I like to get in those little corners first and then finish up. And then I'm going to realize in a few seconds that I left my phone on the other side of the room. So I'm gonna have to remop this area. But like I said, we'll get better at this. The aggravation. I hate footprints. So now we're moving on to the living room. She has a beautiful living room. So I just always start with dusting the top of the TV. You want to dust from top to bottom from the TV, and then you want to move to the shelves underneath the TV, so that way everything that is falling from the top is falling now to the bottom, and you can just go layer by layer. And the goal is to get all that dust on the floor, so that way you're not having to go back and forth and dust things that you've already dusted. So we're just gonna dust everything. I don't just dust surfaces, I also dust the appliances, any home decor. Everything collects dust. It's not just, surface areas. So if it's an object, I can guarantee you that there is dust on it, so just hit it real quick. It doesn't take that much time. Dusting is actually my favorite thing to do. We do not get the top shelf for her. I normally would, but hers is a little unstable, so we don't ever touch the very top shelf, if you guys were wondering why I didn't do that first. So here we are, just carefully moving everything. And you want to go underneath it, on top of it, because like I said before, it all has dust. Everything needs to go. So we're just going to go. So we're just going to continue to take our little Swiffer. I use both the heavy duty, which is the yellow ones. Those are mainly for pets. She does have a dog named Yogi. He's the sweetest. But if you have pets, you want to use the yellow duster rather than the blue one, because the blue one is just for basic needs. And I don't think that they carry the hair around as good as the yellow ones do. I kind of feel like they leave more of a mess, the blue ones do. So the yellow ones are preferred if you have pets. I feel like it sticks to the Swiffer more than it would with the blue Gain or Febreze ones. We're just gonna wipe everything off one last time. I'm a perfectionist, so it takes me a little bit to leave a certain area alone. We just have to make sure everything's good, and then we're gonna move to the next area in the house, which would be the coffee table. And then we're gonna hit both end tables. And this table is really cool. I don't know if you can see it because I'm doing my voiceover at the moment, but this table is kind of like one of those cubes that you put together. So it has different areas that you have to pull out to dust. So pro tip, whenever you're dusting, you need to dust the area the first time, and then what's going to happen is all the dust is going to be circling around in the air, and then it's going to fall back down on the surface. So then you're going to take your Swiffer and wipe it off maybe 2 or 3 times, because dust takes a while to settle. So if you ever dust something off and you're like, why does it still look like, I have dust all over my appliances or my surfaces? Well, that's why. Because dust takes a while to settle. Dust is not anyone's friend. But now we're done dusting, so we're going to take out our handy dandy Shark vacuum. I'm glad that my client has a Shark vacuum, because I only use Shark products. I think they are the best. You can use them on hardwood floors, rugs, carpets, tile, it doesn't matter. There's a setting for both of them, and each Shark is also equipped with a light. So, and some of them now have the lights on the hose, so even when you pull out the hose to get in those corners and areas that you can't see or underneath furniture, you now have a light on the hose too. So that's super helpful. You'll never see me with a Dyson. And I always go in a pattern. I like to see all of the vacuum marks. I'm very specific. You don't have to do this. This is just my way of cleaning. So if you ever see me go over a certain area a few times, especially on a rug or a carpet, it's just because my vacuum lines aren't right. It's not because I've seen some extra dirt. So we're just going to continue just getting up all that dust and dirt that we just made spiral around everywhere. Sorry y'all, I had to let that music play for a little bit because this video is kind of long and I didn't know what to say to y'all, and I'm sure y'all didn't want to keep hearing me ramble on. So here I am vacuuming the hallway. And we're gonna get this all nice and clean. My client has been getting a pool built right outside of their lanai. This is actually a lanai that used to be screened in, and then they just made it air conditioned and put up walls and stuff. So they've been having a lot of dust come inside and dirt from the traffic of the guys doing the pool. So normally we would be in that lanai area cleaning, but she preferred us not to, since they're just going to continue to track in dirt, and that's why it was super dusty this time. And the floors were a little bad just because of, you know, just the extra dirt and dust coming through. So we're just going to vacuum really well in the area. Everything's been dusted. I do dust baseboards. I also dust doorways. I dust light fixtures. I dust doors. Anything that has a crevice, any place where your dust will hide, I will find it and I will get it. So now we're just going to unplug the vacuum, take it to the kitchen for the next area that it's ready for. That's one thing that I always do. Whenever I'm done with something, I will take my supplies to the next area. That way I'm ready to go, because you need it out of your way anyway, so you can you know, finish up, mop, whatever you have to do efficiently, because if you have those extra supplies in your way, it's just going to cause aggravation and you're going to have to move it anyway. So go ahead and be one step ahead and just go ahead and put it in the next designated area. So now we're just going to do a little moppy mop with our microfiber mop. Again, these are not my supplies. My client requests always that I use her supplies when I come, and that's okay. But again, that's why we're not showing supplies or shouting out name brands or anything like that. Which, by the way, I do like O Cedar products when it comes to mopping. They have a wonderful microfiber mop, and I feel like it's not too soft, so it has enough friction to get off anything that is stuck to the floor, because sometimes when you're using microfiber, they're a little too soft, but it has just enough texture to clean the floor as well as leave that streakless look. We're just gonna finish mopping our area. Cool beans, good job, girl. Okay, so I sped this up a little bit just because I wanted you to see like kind of the transformation. So you see how dirty the floor is. I always move stools, tables, anything that needs to be vacuumed and mopped under, I move that out of the way. Do not try to go under it. Do not try to push your vacuum or broom or mop or anything under something that can easily be moved, because you're not cleaning it thoroughly anyway. You're not going to leave a streakless look, and there will be dirt underneath that chair when you move it, I promise. So just move them all out of the way. You vacuum that area first, and then you go ahead and mop. And then you're going to put your chairs back on top, so that way they're out of the way and everything dries and it's clean. That area is all the way clean, so you don't have to go back to it. And now you can just finish the rest of the floor. See how beautiful and glossy it looks on one side, and then you can still see how dirty and all the spots on the left side. Here we go. Work them superpowers, girl. And look how beautiful. And then see, as you will learn, I'm a perfectionist. I see the spot that didn't get hit. All spots have to be hit. And beautiful. All right, y'all, don't stop the video. I don't know why it's black right here. Sorry. Voila. Okay. So now we're just gonna mop the rest of the area. Hey girl, where are you going? So I'm just mopping behind the table that you guys can't see. Getting in all the corners and crevices. finished. I'm mopping my way out the door. So you always start in the master of the house and you make your way through. That way you're not backtracking over any floors. Look how beautiful. It belongs in a magazine. I know. I did great. It looks lovely. Everything is shining. Everything has a reflection. There is no dust. You don't see any grime on the floors. Perfect. It is perfect. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and can't wait till the next video.